Shalom. I go by Yakael, coming back with you with another video through the Spirit. Lord's willing is edifying and straight to the point. Before I move any further, I want to give infinite honor, praises, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors to our teachers, that apostles, the elders, great millstone, GMS, who taught us 100% truth according to the Bible's being great examples to us in the faith. And double shalom, salutation to the icons across the four winds, pushing His word, truth, faith, and sincerity, also giving diligence, and also making a calling and election sure. And fair use. Okay, this is for education purpose only. Okay, this is not for no monetary gain. It's for edification, educational purpose only. This video that you're about to see.
But I've often wondered, what if all of us in the world discovered that we were threatened by an outer power from outer space?
Who are we to say? I'm just saying, it seems to me aliens who visited us, they would manifest more convincingly than fuzzy video.
And it's not aliens, They keep saying that it's aliens, ships. No, the angels are operating those vehicles, man. Those chariots, those UFOs. All right, and that's how the Lord coming back. That's how our big brother, our King Yahweh Shai, that's how he's coming back. All right, he coming back with an army, with Michael and other angels, man. Numerous gonna be numerous of angels that's gonna invade this place called America, man. All right.
There's no reason to assume that because you don't know what you're looking at, it equals aliens that visited us from outer space.
And that's our salvation. That's our deliverance. The elect. That's our ticket out of here, man. When Yahweh Shai comes back, when Yahweh Shai and the angels comes, it's a good thing for us, the elect. But it's bad for if you're not part of the elect. If you against Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad for these heathens. It's gonna be bad for 2/3 of our people.
I'm glad the Pentagon was looking at this, because if it poses a threat, I want them on top of it right away. And otherwise, and the program is closed down. And we said, okay, not a threat.
The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place.
So I'm gonna bring out these precepts. The Lord's willing, the lesson is edifying. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord, and those eyes of the eyes of the Lord are those angels, the chariots." All right. It says, "Are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth." And that's the plans of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, to destroy this place called America. It says, "Saving that I would not utterly destroy the house of Jacob," said the Lord, and to save the elect. The elect is going to get delivered up, beam up into those so-called UFOs, man, the chariots, man. And the elites that run society, hey, look, they're going to be kept alive, man, for slaves, man. And the scriptures say, let me type it in. Because right before that destruction take place, the elect is going to get beamed up. This is St. Matthew 24:31. "And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they should gather together his elect. They should gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And here's another precept, Mark 13:27. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of the heaven. So when those newts are when those newts, those ICBMs are, being, shot off, hey man, the Lord's gonna send his angels to gather up the elect, man. While that destruction is taking place. As those nukes begin to touch down, man, the elect are gonna get delivered up, man, into those ships, those chariots, man, those so-called UFOs, man. All right, that's our deliverance, man. Those chariots, man. And that's Esau, destruction, man. When the Lord comes back, hey man, he's coming to destroy. He's gonna destroy this place. The Lord's coming back with the angels, man. And Esau know this, man. Esau know what he up against, man. That's why they got the Space Force. That's why they're constantly watching the skies, because they know the Lord's coming from the spiritual realm to this third dimension, man. And these devils, they're gonna try to fight against the Lord and the angels, and they're gonna lose miserably, man. His Esau, his fighter jets, his military, they're not gonna be able to stand a chance against Yahweh Shah and the angels, man. This second Ezra 13 and 1, it came to pass after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night. It says, verse 2, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that moved all the waves thereof the sea. It says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that was seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt, they heard his voice, like as the earth fell when it filleth the fire. It says, and behold, no, verse 5. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the earth to subdue the man that came out of the sea. The sea is the heavens. The sea represents the heavens. The Shemayim space. And who are those men that's gonna try to subdue the Lord? These heathen nations. Their armies. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. And what is that? The chariot, man. Okay, the fathership. It says, verse 7, but I would have seen the region of the place where out the hills was graven, and I could not. It was that huge, right? Esdras couldn't even see where it ended. The chariot. The chariot was that big, man. All right. It says, verse 8, and after this I beheld, lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there's fight. Yeah, because the Lord's going to put the spirit on these heathen nations, their army, to fight them, man. Just like the Lord put the spirit on Pharaoh to fight, the Lord's going to put the spirit on these heathen nations and their army to fight them, man. All right. And it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth, as it has been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flame of breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And there were all mixed together the blast of fire, the flame of breath, and a great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And that's how the Lord's coming, man. Okay, when the Lord cracked those clouds, man, when the Lord comes back with those angels, the chariots, man, hey, it's a wrap for this place, man. It's a wrap for these heathens. It's a wrap for 2/3 of our people that's following the ways of these heathens, man. It's a wrap for anyone that's against Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You know? But yeah, man, these chariots, man, these UFOs, that's our deliverance, man. That's our salvation. And that's Esau destruction, man. The wicked destruction, man. This system destruction, man. But Lord's will, the lesson was edifying when to give infinite honor and praise and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh Shema Shai, and double honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders, great millstone. GMS taught us 100% truth according to the Bible's being great examples to us in the faith. And double shalom, salutation to the Icons across the four winds, pushing His word, true faith, and sincerity, also giving diligence, and it's also making a calling at election shirt, shalom.